Hello there fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into the house in Fata Morgana, Requiem for Innocence. And we are, well, Jacopo is a lord now, and he's been a lord for, I think it was 2 years, and Gracia is here now, coming back to visit him, and just wanting to catch up, but, however, he's also been looking into what Jacopo is up to. He's been hiring some dude to spy on him. For what reason, I don't know, but question is Gracia just pulling his leg here, Jacopo's leg here, and is going to betray him somehow, you know, because he's about to turn dangerous. Jacopo, that is. Well, not dangerous, but just a bad lord as well, just like the former lord. Not as bad necessarily, but still bad. Either way, we're going to see what Gracia is up to now, and they are going to be drinking something from the pub that we used to haunt, as it were. But yes, with that said, let's go. I brought a little something from the pub we used to haunt. But you usually drink way better shit than this now that you're a friggin' lord. But it'll be like old times, you know. This reminds me of the time we had that drinking contest. When I go another round? Oh, I'll have to refrain. Odilon would murder me if I did that. Sounds like the geezers got you by the balls, huh? No fun allowed up here in the Lord's house. It can be rather suffocating, yeah. Well, you can at least let loose today. To old times, kid. To old times. Now this is a sight I never dreamed of. The two of us here in the Lord's Manor drinking together. And what was that playing? I thought it was a bell or something. Oh, they're clinking glasses, of course. We were both slaves when we met, for God's sake. Haha, no fucking joke. You never know what life bring you. Been almost 5 years since then. Dang, alright, yeah. You weren't even 20 yet. I expect we both have grown quite a bit since those days. Or are you still running around like a wild boar even now? Hard to say. I don't think I'm as bad as I used to be, but getting into shit kinda comes with the territory, you know? And the slum's still the same as ever. I see. So, how's everyone doing down there? We're scraping by, as usual. The rest of the gang? And Maria? The guy's still lazing around at the pub all day. Maria's rebuilt the brothel and she's getting by as best she can. Obviously not in the same place, and in a smaller than an old one. But for a chick, she's doing alright for herself. I'm glad to hear it. So tell me, kid, you and her totally had a thing, yeah? Where on earth did that come from? I believe I already told you. No, we didn't. That seems like she's about 10 times more worried about you than anyone else. There must have been something. Don't make sense otherwise. Maybe she just had a thing for you and you never saw it. Poor girl. There were no romantic feelings on either side. We were friends. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Have you seen those honkers? What does that have to do with anything? It just don't make sense to me. How can a guy only be friends with a chick? It just means we value certain things in life differently. You know, you like to do that sometimes. Get all weirdly noble like that. Hey, I didn't mean that as a jab. It has nothing to do with being noble. Maria's special. We've known each other most of our lives, and we survived hell together. Oh yeah, you mentioned that before, didn't you? That you two known each other for longer than anyone else. What was it like back then for the two of you? Before I met her, Maria was raised in an orphanage. She said she ran off because she and the director didn't get along. Huh, can't say I'm surprised. How about you? I hardly remember anything from before I came to this city. Just bits and pieces of what my mother told me. Being guarded by a bunch of men, being kidnapped by bandits. You mean that noble woman? Real shame you had to lose her soon after reuniting, huh? Indeed it is. Ha ha ha. Don't you think it's about time you cut the shit? Excuse me? You're not a Barney. You didn't inherit the throne. You're just a damn fraud. That's what he was looking up, and damn, he's angry now. Angry is angry! Damn, look at the face! And the fists to boot. Ain't that right, Jacopo? What are you talking? Fire's starting to kick in, looks like. Oh, the wine was poisoned. What the hell is going on now? I got it in a doubt it was not to throw you through with that entire conversation. What? Almost out of nowhere. My heart rate skyrocketed and my legs started trembling so violently I had to lean against the wall to support myself. Is skyrocketed a proper word? Were rockets a thing, or does rocket have an older meaning? Rocketed, an older meaning. The whole world started swirling, and I could just barely make out my old friends glaring at me through the fog. How you like that? Feels like your heart's about to burst, don't it? Don't you worry, kid. You won't be feeling nothing soon. You poisoned the drinks. Why would you? Why? You seriously need to spell it out for you? You mean stuffing your head full with fucking rainbows up here? You want to know what they call you down in the slums? Jacopo the betrayer. I did not betray. You take one goddamn look at the city and tell me that again. While you're up here treating anyone with a cart and some trinkets to sell like a fucking royalty, the slums is still in the same ratness that you left it. No, we're even worse off now. With your new marketplace, anyone can turn a little bit of money into big old pile of gold. But that's a good thing, though. Yeah, I never understood that part. How did it... I mean, if they open a marketplace, why would the slums not be able to get some dinings and shit? But we got nothing to begin with. You're just dead in the streets. Yeah, I guess so. It's still the slums, you know. It's still going to look disgusting. All you're doing is making the rich even richer. No, I'm trying! I wanted to explain how I had everything planned out. How I first needed to improve the economy as a whole before I could turn my attention to the less well-off. That nothing changed was proof I was protecting them. That the slums has been in danger of being eradicated entirely, and I stopped it. But I could see in it in his eyes that nothing I said would convince him. As far as he was concerned, I was pure evil. You're not the man you used to be. Gracia, why? I thought you believed in me. You're damn right I did. And then you went and fed us a bunch of lies. You call yourself the rightful heir. You call yourself a Barney. But I did my digging. You don't get a lick of royal blood in you. All you ever wanted was to line your pockets, you selfish bastard. You selfish bastard. Difficult to say the S's and the... difficult to say the S and the sh sounds together in that deep voice. No, You never had any intention of helping us. Please, hear me out, Gracia. We were all your spawns to you. The whole damn revolution was part of your game. I'm begging you. How's it feel knowing your throne sits on the backs of all those people you betrayed? Please. You don't have any right to call yourself a goddamn lord. Gracia! Hell, you better have any right to call yourself a fucking man. You're just a rat in fancy clothes. It should have been me. What? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ugh. I would make an infinitely better lord than you ever were. Oh damn, he's actually mad. Was he always insane? Another character that was insane from the beginning? If only I had that ring, then I could have been me. So that's what this is all about. In a flash, everything I once felt for this man, all the friendship, the camaraderie, the sympathy, went cold. As much as he tried to dress up this whole farce, that was where his heart truly was. He was just sour about not being the one who got to be the Lord. He believed himself superior. He got himself caught up in this stupid fit of jealousy. And now he's trying to kill me over it. That is seriously all this is? Are you listening to a word you're saying? What was that? You're the one who's not the man he used to be. And you're the one who's being a self-centered bastard. Talk all you want, dead man. Gracia, I knew, would never resort to using poison. He'd have drawn his sword the second he passed through those gates, faced me like a man. But look at you. Even Barney had more of a spine than you. You dare compare me to that sack of shit? Alright, fine, I'll play it your way. He had a knife fitted on him? An instant later, Gracia was brandishing a short blade. He had snuck it in under his clothes, I presumed. I was almost amazed at how thoroughly prepared he was. He never had any intention of this going any other way. He hadn't come to talk. He was never going to hear me out. He was here to do one thing and one thing only. And I doubted he had any plans for what would come next. Raw hatred was all that fueled him. He wouldn't take my place after killing me. He wouldn't work himself to the bone to ensure the city kept running. He didn't give a single damn about any of that. You're scum! I won't be taken down by some worthless, self-absorbed rat! Nothing I had ever tried had been enough to best Gracia in combat. And that's when I was at my peak. Not with the myriad needles of his poison prickling my every pore, barely able to stand under my own weight. But still, I had no intention of surrendering my life to this cur. Yeah, now he's starting to use those words again. I took in a deep breath, clenched my teeth, shouted at my shaking limbs. Move! 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 Move, damn you! My fingers, I could feel them again. Before the thought finished passing through my mind, my hand reached for a blade. Grasping the rapier hanging from the wall, I swiftly drew it from its scabbard. It was a decorated blade, not meant for combat. It would have probably bounced right off Gracia's muscular chest. But there was one place I could target. His throat. Right in here, you son of a bitch! He jumps, knife in hand, he lunged at me. Just moments before death befell me. My vision, blurred by the poison, grew unbelievably clear. Gracia almost appeared to be moving in slow motion. I wasn't sure my mind had ever been so clear, so sharp in battle before. The dying embers of my fading life burned anew into a blazing inferno. Ah! Unlike my fight with Barney, this one was over in an instant. Before I had time to breathe, or even blink, it was settled. And in that same instant, everything I had built up with this man turned to dust. I had never once defeated him. For as long as I had known him, I was always number 2. And now, for the very first time, I won. Why did it have to be you there and not me? The blade of the rapier in my hand skewered Gracia's throat. His mouth flapped open and shut like a fish. He glared at me, face twisted in a mixture of hatred and agony, sputtering fragments of contempt, until the life drained from his eyes. My first victory against my old friend also took his life, and it all happened in the blink of an eye, hardly enough time to even register in my mind. Oh. Oh. My lord, my lord, what was all that commotion? No, I've been doing Gracia so much I forgot where Odilon is. What happened? Oh fuck, where is he? Oh yes, no. Oh, nice, I'm an old man. No, where the fuck is he? Yes, an old man indeed. Here we go. Yes, now I remember. I have to give him an underbite to get my old man voice. An underbite. What happened? My lord, please stay with me. Were you poisoned? Someone! Is anyone there? Yes, sir. A doctor, as quickly as you can. Aye. My lord, please, my lord. A doctor will be here shortly. Please stay with me just a little longer. I have so much Gracia in my voice still. My lord. Odilon, you were right. I was stupid. I should have listened. I thought he was my friend, but he wasn't. Not anymore. And because we had once been friends, that made him my greatest threat. I can't breathe. My blood feels like it's made of magma. My throat burns. My skin, it's like it's being eaten away. Who's there? Who's there? Why are you laughing? Answer me! Yeah. That's a nasty picture. How does it feel, boy? To know it all went exactly as I said it would. What? How? But you're... That you wouldn't be able to trust anyone. You're dead. Your worst is yet to come, boy. Silence! You could work yourself to the marrow of your bones and still the people will never look beyond the surface. I said enough! Listen, you can hear the scorn in their voices. They're calling you a tyrant, a soulless monster. I know you can hear them. They are not! They say you're not better than me. That you're a foolish ruler who cares not for his people. They shout an endless cacophony of discontent. Shut up. Just shut up! I am nothing like you! Can you then remain a virtuous leader, no matter how bitterly your people despise you? Is your love for them truly so resolute? No, the virtue you brandish was never so selfless. Oh, tell me I'm wrong, slum rat. You see, it's not benevolence that drove you to take the throne, but a thirst for power, for prestige. Not another word! You know what truly brought you here. You were tired of people looking down on you. You thought you would be treated with respect if you had real power. You wanted it more than anything in the world. Enough already! You dedicated your life in the service of others. It was never going to last. Allow me to make a prediction. Soon, very soon, you'll find yourself drifting over to my side. You'll stop caring about the people's lives. And for that, they will despise you. You lose any last bit of sense left in you. Push everyone away until you're all alone. And then, you'll succumb completely to madness's grip. Stop talking! You don't have what it takes to be the lord of the land. I said stop talking! Ooh, very cool. No text box this time. So yeah, this is actually very cool. The people aren't the only ones who aren't on your side. You have enemies everywhere you look. The nobles don't accept you as one of them. They'll try to drag you off your throne by any means. Your aides and servants will turn on you. And this won't be the last time you writhe in the claws of poison. Again and again and again and again. Never will you stop being the target of others' loathing. Or will you continue to act like some kind of paragon of virtue, never wavering in your faith in others? How long will your benevolence last, in the face of dozens of attempts on your life? Shut your goddamn mouth! It won't be easy, boy. Because you came from the slums, you'll face even more, even greater threats than I. Silence! I bet that just terrifies you. Drains all the hope from your heart. Well, there's an easy solution. Follow in my footsteps and reign with terror. Stop talking! I've heard enough! Oh, goddamn noise! You're already afflicted with a great curse, boy. A curse known as the Lord of the Land. It's a curse from which you will never be free, and hence you will never be free from me. However much you may come to regret taking that throne, you can't give it back now. It's not something you can simply hand off to someone else. Not a duty from which you can simply relieve yourself. That anguish and agony and misery it brings you every day will follow you all the way to your grave. Just stop, damn it! Keep your babbling to yourself, you damned ghost! Go on, try and make me. Cover my mouth, why don't you? You can't do it, can you? You're too weak to defeat even a mere spirit. Shut the hell up! I know precisely what your future holds, boy. You'll sit upon the throne alone, not a single person at your side, and not even death shall free you from your eternal solitude. For it is not but an empty shell with which you decorate the throne. Stop talking! Do you hear that, slum rat? Someone's come for you. The question is, do they act out of genuine concern? Can you be sure the water they give you is safe to drink? Perhaps they mean to finish you off. If a simple grunt like him could get his pants on poison, how easy do you think it would be for the Lord's Consul to procure a substance hundreds of times more potent? Hell, he wouldn't even have to go through the trouble. You're no more a threat than an insect with its wings torn off. A feeble woman or a crippled slave could plunge a knife into your trembling spine with little effort. Behold, the former mastermind of the revolution. All of this suffering, you brought it on yourself by trying to defy your fate. The nightmares continued. Again and again and again they haunted me. Every time I drifted off to sleep, there floated Bonnie's severed head, cursing me, mocking me, laughing at me from every direction. And as he said I would, I soon began to hear the people as well, endlessly condemning me, deriding me, berating me. I tried to convince myself it was all in my head, but gracious words told me otherwise. All of my old companions called me Jacopo the betrayer, he had said. I wasn't sure how much time had passed. Was it day? Was it night? Was I sane enough to tell the difference? Was I even still alive? I had no idea. It was always the same refrain, every time he appeared. You can't trust anyone. Your friends will eventually betray you, try to drag you off your throne. Your people have no faith in you. Everyone despises you. I couldn't even tell anymore. Were those Bonnie's words? Or were they coming from all the depths of my own mind? All I knew for certain was that there was no escaping them, and that they were slowly eating away at my spirit. My breathing was labored, and my entire body felt like it was on a spit being roasted in the eternal flames of hell. And at other times, I couldn't stop shivering. I felt like I had been tossed into a frozen river. Doctors, guards, Odilon. I couldn't tell who was who, but there always seemed to be someone standing at my side. The faceless shadows were anything but comforting though, for Barney's ghost constantly reminded me of the threat they posed. I quite certainly wailed like a terrified child. Everyone seemed like a danger. If even Gracia couldn't be trusted, who was to say the doctors weren't sneaking poisons into my medicine? Who was to say Odilon didn't plan to silently remove me? I didn't know who I could trust. Or maybe Barney was right. I couldn't trust anyone. Still, he cackled. Still, he cursed, right by my ear. There isn't a soul left in this world who won't betray you. He whispered, laughing away. Laughing away. My fever seems to be receding. I can finally move again. It looks like I survived. Hey. Hey, is anyone there? Where are you, Odilon? Anyone? Lord Barney, I'm so glad to see you're feeling well again. Thanks. We're all been worried sick. Lord Barney? What? Oh, pardon, you just seem not quite yourself. But after all that's what's happened, I suppose that shouldn't be a surprise. How long was I out? 3 days, sir. The poison kept you bedridden for 3 full days and nights. That's long, huh? Then I got a lot of work to catch up on. Yes, sir, but I implore you to take things easy for the next few days. When do I ever have time for that? Now, where's Odilon? I haven't seen him. Go fetch him for me. He's presently... Don't tell me he's not around. Where the hell did that old man get off to? No, he's here. Please, Lord Barney, try to remain calm. Odilon was... What's up with Odilon? Odilon! My lord, is that you? No, I finally found him again. I just had to remove myself from Gracia for a time. Thanks heavens, you are well. Forget about me. What happened? My deepest apologies. I don't want an apology. I want you to tell me why this happened. Please, my lord, distress not over this simple old man. Okay, so he is falling sick as well. Why, Odilon? The Odilon I know would never deign to put himself out in front of a gang of slum dwellers. What? Did he look for someone to help us? What? Please, Lord Barney, try to remain calm. Odilon was struck in the head with a stone and is in critical condition. The following day, that is, the day after Gracia poisoned me, a dozen people from the slums showed up at the manor gates. They cried in angry protest against the Lord, demanding change. Evidently, Gracia hadn't kept word of my deception to himself, so in addition to their other complaints, they shouted that I was a fake, that I wasn't the actual nobility. They threatened to reveal my secret if I didn't do something about their living conditions. As their commotion dragged on through the day, people within the manor started getting restless. Eventually, it got to be so tense that Odilon stood near a window, told them they needed to cease immediately, and that if they wouldn't, they would be charged with lèse-majesté. Lèse-majesté. Which is when he was hit in the head with a rock and lost consciousness. God, you damn fool! I am quite pleased to see you have recovered, enough to shout with such vigor. Now, I needn't worry. Wait, slow down, worry about what? Regrettably, it would seem, old age has bested me. I think the stone must have gotten my eyes, for I cannot see you there, my lord. I'm right here. Please don't give up on me. You're stronger than a stupid rock. Give it a few days and you'll be back to perfect health. And even if your sight doesn't come back, you can still do your job. I can tell you everything I see. Come on, Odilon. My sincerest apologies. Please. Why would you even go try and talk them down yourself, anyway? Whatever happened to acting only if you're in your own benefit? What did you have to gain from having them executed on the spot? They were rioting in front of the Lord's manor. You had no reason to bother warning them. There was no question they were committing a serious offense. Ooh, damn, Jacopo flipped it right completely there. Now he said, oh yeah, they were committing a serious offense. You should have just killed them. Why didn't you just do what you would always do? And then I would argue with you about it. Like I always do. What the hell got into you, Odilon? I suppose I must have softened up somewhat. Excuse me? You cared so much about your friends in the slums, my lord, that I took pity on them. Old age seems to weaken more than just the body. How truly inconvenient. Odilon. Nevertheless, I am glad this old body held out until today. What do you... I would not have been able to pass on peacefully had I not seen you recover from the poison, my lord. Stop it! Don't talk like that! I told you, you're stronger than one damn rock! I'm your lord, damn it! My word is the law! 'Tis with great regret that I must defy my lord's command. Oh! Enough! I mean it! You stop this right now! My warnings against being swayed by your emotions remain unheeded, I see. And who the hell's fault do you think that is, huh? You are the Lord. The sooner you learn to control that blaze, the smoother your future endeavors will proceed. Do not allow your days to be cut short as well in a moment's weakness. I implore you to always remain strong and ever high of heart, so that none may drag you down. With death upon me, my hands are shaking dreadfully. I didn't think anything scared you. It terrifies me to know I will be leaving you alone. Before, I was able to teach you everything. I cannot bear knowing that I have forsaken you at but the onset of a great and perilous journey. There is so much more I have yet to pass on to you that you will need in order to become a great ruler. So much. Then don't go! Stay and teach me! You said you wanted to fulfill your duties as consul. That you didn't want to die until you had accomplished something worthwhile. You can't tell me you're satisfied with this. Odilon! Odilon? Odilon. Don't do this. You can't. Say something. Please, say anything. Tell me it's like all a cruel prank. Odilon! Lord Bonnie. Odilon is dead. Make arrangements for a funeral. Yes, Lord. And what happened with the riot? They fled soon after striking Odilon. I would wager they returned to the city. Thank you. Would you like something done about them, Lord? I would. They need to understand that their actions have consequences. They slandered their lord and murdered his consul. We can't just let them walk away from that, now can we? Then we will have them all arrested and thrown into the dungeon. I said there would be consequences. If we just slap them on the wrist, they will come back and do it again. They'll mock me, condescend me, ridicule me, keep making a mess of my home. Tell me, Do you feel safe serving a lord whose people neither respect nor fear him? Would you have any admiration for a leader like that? Have them executed. Since Odilon isn't here to advise it, I, Lord Barney, officially order. Every spark of opposition is to be snuffed out. You find every last one of the rats and relieve them of their heads. And then put them on display in the city square. Fuck! He went full dark side. Make sure they know damn well exactly what awaits. Anyone who opposes Lord Barney! Yes, Lord. Odilon's blood was on my hands. And that will actually be the end of today's video. I am kind of worried about my performance here today, because I was screaming a lot, and I was putting in a lot of effort. We will see how that turned out. Yeah, kind of worried about that, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is interesting. Jacopo was poisoned, had nightmares, and turned insane, essentially. Insanity as a curse, and insanity as a disease. Yes, interesting. And Odilon, who wanted him to be more stern and strict, is now dead. And Jacopo has taken that space. Lord Barney has taken that space for himself. That, yeah, he's doing all of that work now. So yeah, we're gonna put some pikes with heads on them in the city square. God damn, that's bad. Maria's not gonna be happy with that. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and an extra thank you to all the members of this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.